Hey, everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Nathan Parr, who's a travel advisor specializing, we're going to talk about, in Thailand. So that's what I heard. But I also heard that he won an award today. We are in Las Vegas at the Venetian Hotel, who's hosting the Signature Travel Network's 2024 conference, and this is Insider Travel Report. Nathan, thanks for talking to us. You're a celebrity.
Well, we'll see. hopefully.
Well, so tell us what you won today.
I won a Sales Excellence Award. Yeah, so it was. They gave it out to. There were 10 nominees and five recipients, and I was one of the lucky 5.
So leading up to it, I was actually watching that and saying, he's got a 50-50 chance, 5 out of 10. So you
I didn't know till I was sitting there that it was only 10 people. I didn't know how many finalists they were, and when they said it was 10, I thought, oh, I got a 1 in 10 chance. And then they said 5 recipients.
And it's for sales. So do you mind talking about how were your sales?
Yeah, my sales are pretty good, but I think they don't just look like at volume. It's not just a reflection of the amount of money that you're bringing in but it's more of your approach and
how you're using the tech they give you.
How you're using the tools, if you're charging the right fees to the right clients, just generally, kind of on an upward trajectory. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, so let's talk about this. Your travel agency is what?
The Travel and Cruise Desk in Lake Oswego, Oregon. Okay. Yeah, so small mom and pop shop that's been around since 1965.
How many of you?
About 8 advisors in the office, and then we've got a bunch of ICs. I don't know exactly how many. Probably about that many, maybe a little more.
Always with Signature?
No, actually, no. We kind of took advantage of the pandemic to make a switch and. Our owner Jamie, he's third generation, but he's the son-in-law. So it went mom to daughter to son-in-law. He's Scottish, and he had taken it over just before the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so he's pretty sharp and he's young, so he weathered us through that real nicely. And
Signature helped?
Yes, Signature kind of saved us, really, honestly. The support we had from Signature was a huge reason why we made it through the pandemic.
That's good to hear. So the agency, what does the agency specialize in? And then let's talk about yours.
Sure. I think we're about 60% cruises, but we're a full-service travel agency, so we still take people who just want a plane ticket all the way up to, once-in-a-lifetime massive packages. I personally do a lot of FIT, which is, foreign independent travel. I was told coming into it that, people don't make money doing that, so I think that might be a little bit of why I got the award, because I see it as quite a lucrative part of the industry, and frankly, a lot of people don't want to do it because it is more work.
Yeah. Complicated.
It's complicated. There's lots of moving parts.
Don't the tools help you now as they evolve?
Yeah, and so that's one of the things. Actually, I was speaking to Alex Sharp last night about. I won't name names, but our previous consortia, I felt like really all I got from them was air contracts. And with Signature, I have all these preferred suppliers that I'm able to resource. And at first, I was real hesitant to kind of turn over any, to let go of the control. And after I started working with these suppliers and destination specialists, I found, you find the right one that fits your client, you find the ones that you work well with, and you end up building a lot of trust. And so now I have people that I can send it off and give them as much specifics as I can about the client, and they come back to me with these amazing proposals. It saves me time. It gives the client a better experience.
So let's talk about the conference has been introducing you guys to new changes, especially in the technology. Yeah. What are you excited about?
Well, I am kind of excited about the AI. It's. I was talking to actually our previous owner, our retired owner, about it, and she's older, and just saying, the thing is, you got to talk to it like a person. You can't talk to it like Google. Yeah. You got to talk to it like you're talking to a person, and you have to remind yourself that it's there. Like I keep it open on my browser just to remind myself, and it's. I don't use it to compose emails or suggest itineraries, but it can be a real quick way to look good. Like the other day, I had a client ask for a hotel. It was booked full. So I just asked name 3 other hotels in this city that are similar to this one. And I was able to just real quickly start saying, well, how about, here's an alternative, check this one out. So it is a great tool, yeah.
But that's the direct. That's you using it directly. But these new tools that Signature has put together, it's going to work, especially this Toby AI, where you're going to talk to it and it's going to start to coach you. Let's talk about that.
It does. It coaches you and it can learn your style, and you can, the more you put into it, the more it starts to understand what your writing style is, what your approach is. And so, at first when I could feel it was a little fluffy and like kind of not
you tell
style.
It don't be that way.
Yeah, I say, hey, can you tone this down or make it more light and make it less salesy, and then I don't use it as a word for word kind of resource. No. It's just a way to kind of help me refine, and it's like having an editor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What about the hotel connection? What they're talking about?
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's one of the really special programs of Signature, because if I can convince my client, go to this hotel, they've got a Signature rate. Sometimes they're a little more than the rack rate, but
the
value's there. If the client's there, they're going to use the breakfast. They're going to use the food and beverage credit. But a huge part of it is the way that the hotels treat the program. And so when you come into that hotel, they already kind of know that you're coming from Signature, that you're coming from Nathan. And it really, I always hear back from the clients how they just felt like they got the best service they could ever imagine.
That's what you can only hope for.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. You want people to come back and say, gosh, I wouldn't have got that on my own.
Let's talk about your specialty.
Yeah, so I kind of started out as I went to India as an overseas program in college, and ended up falling in love with Asia. Stopped in Thailand on the way back, and then did the come home work, go travel for a year or two, come home work, go travel for a year or two, and that did that for about 10 years. That's what landed me in the industry. I started out at a student travel agency. So when I started working for Jamie and more full leisure, it was just a natural fit to focus on Asia, and specifically Thailand. I think Thailand's a place that really grows with you. So as a young man, no money, living in bamboo huts on the beach for 3 weeks, and then you get older and it just keeps growing with you. Elevated food, elevated hotels, wonderful people. I just can't get enough of it.
Well, but the point is that there's something for everyone at every level.
That's right. Like, I mean, I can, in fact, there's one real young kid who he started coming to me, and he's not my normal client. He's not spending money, but I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to kind of help mentor you a little bit. And I took me a while to convince him to go to Thailand. He just wrote me and said, I'm here. I'm having the best time ever. It's just like you described it. And then I go all the way up to somebody who just, they don't want to think before they get off the plane. They've got the picture and the cell phone number of their guide. They're taken to the hotel. They're picked up each day for their tours and activities, and they feel very safe. They feel, if they get in a funny situation with a taxi driver, they can call and say, hey, can you talk to my guide? And the guide will say, get on there and solve it for them. So it's got everything. I feel like it's just a really great country to travel in.
And your Signature tools support what you're doing?
Oh, absolutely. Because again, it gets back to those relationships you have with the suppliers, and really knowing as you learn the different suppliers and the different tools, it helps you to find your way to the right product for the client. And often when you're as a travel advisor, people say, have you gone there? In Thailand, sure, I've gone there 12 times, but you haven't gone everywhere. And I say, part of my job is to match you to the right product, and that fits your travel style, that fits your budget, and fits what you want to do. And I couldn't do that with our last consortia. There was no support to find my way to the suppliers. Not only can I find them, but I can read reviews. I can post on the Signature site, like, hey, has anybody had experience with these guys? And yeah, it's really valuable.
Plus all of your correspondence going to the clients, they help you with.
Absolutely. So the more that I can...
Marketing.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Signature. They do a wonderful job of marketing. You can do branded marketing, and my agency owners really good at utilizing that stuff. And so it even because I'm in the database too, so I get it.
You love it then.
Yeah, it shows up at my house too. So I'm reading the magazines too, and I'm learning things just like a client would. And I love that I love that I get that stuff. Yeah.
Well, we go out to 127,000 travel advisors, and some of them are Signature, and they didn't get to be here. Mm-hmm. So tell them what they missed.
Oh, it was a great year this year. I think it was the biggest year that we've had. I've been coming, I think this is my 4th year. And it was just, it was a great year. There were a lot of really good suppliers. I felt like, and more prizes, I think, than there's ever been.
That's exactly.
Yeah. But yeah.
Walking that floor took me a long time.
It's insanely busy, and you're going to lose a lot because you meet with so many people. But every year I come away with 3 or 4 new suppliers or new hotels that I end up using, So if I didn't come here, I wouldn't try those people. They sell themselves. They show you the product. It's really very valuable.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you for sharing with us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And good luck to you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.